also new subcommittee on May 26th, 2026. It's 4:33 p.m. If we can all rise for the pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. As always, the review and approval of minutes is from past meeting. That would be not last month, but the month before. I will address Michelle. Michelle is not, it cannot make the meeting. She is, I guess, flying from, somewhere in the United States. She could not get here on time.
I didn't know if there was a change.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
No, there's not a change. It's unable to come. So, but as I said, the review and approval of minutes is done by the meeting that we had, not in April, but before. Our regularly scheduled meeting early May. So we are on to new business. I will pass it off.
Okay, sure. For new business, we only have one policy in front of us. Ms. Jakes, our Director of Human Resources, has put in a request for a revision of a policy with the superintendent on job application, disqualification with criminal convictions. And so in summary, if you want to, well, I didn't mean to open that, but if you want to take a look, there has been a few changes that she's suggesting based on looking at keeping the state BCI check, but eliminating the national BCI check every 2 years. And then also break in service, defining that as more than 12 months as a review. So those were the only two. Some of the rationale was just a lot of the national BCI check. A lot of districts are doing away with that. It is a little bit harder to manage with substitutes coming in at all different times and keeping track of 2-year kind of renewals, setting them to get, that.
But is there not even an initial national BCI?
No, there's the initial. I think
There
it's
is an
just the
initial?
2-year up.
Okay.
This is not to get rid of the initial.
So take a look. Yeah, maybe it's not clear and we can.
Well, right, that first sentence, paragraph 3, all substitute or temporary staff members shall obtain a state BCI check upon hire. You've crossed out national.
Yeah. All right,
So that probably should not have been crossed out.
Correct. The next line, yes. Not, you don't need to obtain it every subsequent year, but that initial first line probably should have left.
It also does require, we'll see, national BCI.
So this one right here.
So if that substitute,
This one,
yeah,
all
so,
substitutes. You see where I'm highlighting?
and I think who have not already obtained, I think that actually should be the language, who have not already obtained a national.
All substitutes.
Because a
staff
substitute
members.
might have, a new substitute might not be a new substitute, like to the extent that they might have done it last year, which means the 2 years, they would be covered. So I think maybe language to that. If that makes sense.
All right, so you want this to say, give me a language, all substitutes or temporary staff were in the third paragraph when you're talking?
Yep.
Okay, members shall, what, obtain,
If not already, if they don't already have a national BCI within the 2 year, within the past 2 years.
but is that a new one? Like, I guess I'm confused about that, like, to start any new hires.
I knew I should,
That's not what I thought she was looking for, but I could be wrong.
otherwise, BCI and
I can
For
go
now?
talk, you know.
national.
Yeah, I did try to get to her today. She's been super
Yeah,
slow.
Just
sure.
talk to the
I
initial,
tried
right?
to talk to her too.
Yeah,
I just talked to
so,
her about this stuff.
oh, perfect.
Okay, good, perfect.
Yeah, whoa, careful there. But I'm in the right paragraph here.
You are.
Yeah.
You are.
Right?
Yeah, it's just that initial, first sentence, upon hire.
Yeah, so like. this-
Okay, so.
Because you
shall
We don't wanna
eliminate
cut it to
every,
Just the renewal. So the initial, yes,
Okay,
national.
all
and state.
substitutes or temporary staff shall obtain a national, or so do you want this to say all substitutes or temporary staff members who are not,
All substitute or temporary staff members shall obtain,
do you want all initial substitute?
no, I think if you put national and state upon
Yeah,
hire.
just get rid of that.
Yeah, yep, just
Yeah.
uncross the
yeah,
national.
yeah,
Uncross
yes.
it, uncross it,
Yeah, I think that's fine.
That's fine.
Because if they already have it, they already have it.
Yeah.
I don't think we have to necessarily change
I
that.
think it's, change to the next one.
Okay.
So,
The new state ABCI must contain, that's all being scratched.
Yeah, I can see the second line being scratched, each subsequent year having to get it. But now the sentence after that, if there's a break in service for more than 12 months, do we still want to cross out national?
No, I think that should come back.
I do too.
Okay, let's get.
A new national and state, yeah. I think it's the second sentence
Okay.
that is good to be
That makes
eliminated.
sense if it was
Because you
originally
can't have
understood
people
one
every
way.
single year
Yep.
after, yeah.
So that is based on like what her request had to do with, that was the only issue that she had. Was there anything else on that policy that you can think of? I didn't, nothing else was changed, so make sure it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, this was just revised last year.
yeah,
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
yeah, that's last year.
All right. Is this good to send for a first read then, as is, or do you need more time to look at it?
I think it can go for.
Yeah,
first
I
reading,
would agree.
In my
Yeah.
opinion,
I agree.
I make a motion that it goes to
Yeah.
the first.
Second, Darlene,
Yeah.
second,
All in
Robert's
favor?
rules.
All in favor, aye.
All right. Then we have old business on the agenda. And this was our student liaison to the school committee. This is just a quick, there really wasn't anything that we needed to change, but just a consideration at the last, I think it was the last school committee or two school committee members have meetings ago.
Yeah.
And it had to do with, Mr. Testa had asked us to consider looking at under roles and responsibilities, which falls on the second page, number 8 and 9. And it's a very small change that I haven't made yet because I just wanted to get clarity. It was so small, I didn't really even understand what he was asking, but so serve a 1-year term that begins in September and ending with the last meeting in June of senior year. I think he wanted to make sure that we weren't counting summer months there, right? And
Yeah, we
it
didn't want to.
states that, I
Yeah.
think, does that seem clear to you guys? That
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
He just wanted to make sure, he was looking at it quickly, he just wanted to make sure that the kids weren't coming in.
And then number 9, I could see that maybe he would like something to again reiterate, it's just the the school year, but it says attend all regular. That was one of his main points, but that was already there. Regular open school committee meetings, maybe we say between September
September
and June.
Yeah, I think between September and June would be a good amendment.
Going back to number 8,
Yeah, sure.
the sentence, serve a 1-year term that begins in September, that should be and ends with the
Okay.
last meeting. I got some, verb tense consistency in there.
Yeah,
Agreed.
would you expect anything more from you, Doctor?
Very appreciative of that. All right, so that begins in September and what did you say? Begins, I'm sorry, I was typing.
And
earlier.
ends. instead of
And ends,
ending.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep. In June. Let's see, yeah.
Oh, sorry. And ends. Okay, and that was the only consideration that he had.
He had no other concerns, he was just happy that there was liaisons. It will go through a process. So.
All right, does that? I can go for a second read, even though at 2 weeks ago or 2 months ago when we had it, he said it can go back as a second read because it was just a small,
Correct.
minor change.
Yep.
Okay.
Correct.
All right, is everybody good with that going back to second read?
Yes.
Yep.
I still object to the policy
Mhm.
itself, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Really.
I will, abstain from this one.
Yeah.
And note my objection.
Well, and if that didn't come across in the updates, you can say that again, and the video was sort of split. on
Yeah,
what
I
we did.
have no problems. Like David. They did it when they spoke to us.
And then that was it. Those were the two policies that we had before us. And, I know we're still kind of reviewing some other older ones that have to do with section B, but
There's that,
well, it doesn't matter. Anything else?
yeah, we really, we're still reviewing, health and wellness is brought up a little bit more, of that policy, and what have changed in those regulations. So I think that's gonna end up back on here, we should be reviewing it anyway as a generality.
It's been probably 3 years.
Yeah, it's about-
You know,
it's
they
about
left
that
us, so.
It's about that time, so,
I was wondering, well, maybe the timing won't work, but maybe we can look at sections of that in health and wellness just to be sure it is aligned with what we're supposed to do before we come. It's a very long policy.
it really is, it's gonna be.
I'd like the committee to kind of weigh in a little bit.
100%.
Okay.
I actually mentioned that to the health and wellness committee, that I wanted the policy committee to weigh in based on the fact that.
No, but I'm thinking even the wellness committee, because I don't, like, to your point, I don't think they even really saw the reviews.
So it's been a long time, yeah. And Karen, from her standpoint, who runs the health and wellness for the state, this is mandatory. We have to
Yeah.
do this stuff. And
And I think initially we never had a problem with the policy. It was fine.
Yeah.
They were the ones that pulled it for one item.
Yeah.
That-
So I think that will come up, I think for sure. We can
That's
get that on there.
It's just the PE bit.
Yep.
Which
and
wasn't
it was
necessary.
it was probably good.
We have a curriculum for that.
Spring.
Well, that's what.
That was the
That's for
issue to
another
begin
day, but
with.
I feel like
Yeah.
there's a lot we could do before we.
Yeah,
get
there's
to
other
here.
things too that don't necessarily get into like activity and things like that we'd like to get into, and then some other elements. So I think there's been some changes in the state that I think would be great to add and be a little bit more modernized on that policy.
Anybody?
I would say public comment. but,
Public comment?
I don't think we have it.
Don't think we
All
have.
right, this is a new record.
Yeah,
We're at-
this
we're
makes up almost for.
at 16 minutes.
There's all those things up for health and wellness.
Can't wait till that comes back. We'll do it 3 hours.
I'm still
This
trying to
makes
avoid it.
up for
I'm like,
miniature horses.
I'm telling you, yeah. I
Um,
still have that video on my phone of the therapeutic miniature
Miniature
horses.
horses.
They're adorable.
They are
They
adorable.
They are.
It's very cute.
Miniature
They're
horses.
cute.
They're very popular in Scotland.
Yep, I have no announcements. The next meeting is, Tuesday. Hey, you guys,
Oh,
everybody's, as I was not here for the meeting in which changed the meeting to this date. So I wasn't here, and it was kind of a bit of a shocker, and then love running it. Does this work for everybody, like as far as,
It
timing
does.
and like, I know we were trying to make it work for.
Yeah.
Where we're not like getting these to the school committee like within a week.
well, it was
and-
like
and
the legal
destroying-
review
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
That was rushed.
Correct.
But-
And
Yeah.
Teresa to the ring.
And then, July, we usually skip,
Skip.
Mhm.
let's hope. And
Yeah,
then
it doesn't-
that would mean we'd be coming back again like end August.
In August.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
I don't
I
think
won't.
Disappointed.
Well, no, I'll be away from August 8th to the 20.
Oh, no, it'll be a big, okay, the next day I.
Good.
I think the next days would, that would be your, sorry.
I will be.
All right.
So, if there's no other No other discussion. I would like to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Wow.